left the house before sunrise. Hands still smelling like the cedar he carved last night. The road was quiet, just the hum of old power lines and the soft crunch of gravel under boots that had seen too many miles. He wasn't running, not really, just following the kind of pull you feel in your ribs when the world gets too small to breathe in. He carried a photo folded 4 times, edges worn like it had been held through every storm. By midday the sky turned silver, and the wind pushed at his back like it wanted him gone faster. He stopped at a diner where the waitress kept calling him love without looking up, and he wondered how many strangers had passed through her life like ghosts with coffee cups. He wrote a note on a napkin he didn't leave behind, something about forgiveness, something about how some people stay with you even when you haven't seen them in years. When night finally caught him, he sat on the hood of his car, watching the horizon swallow the last of the light. He whispered a name into the dark like it was a password to a place he couldn't return to. And for the first time in months, he didn't feel lost, just unfinished, like a story still deciding how it wants to end. He stayed there until the stars came out one by one, slow and hesitant, like they were deciding whether to trust him. The air smelled like cold metal and eucalyptus, and somewhere far off a dog barked at nothing in particular. He thought about turning back, how easy it would be to retrace every mile, walk into the same rooms, breathe the same air, pretend the world hadn't shifted under his feet. But the thought felt smaller than he remembered, like a coat he'd outgrown without noticing. So he drove again, headlights carving tunnels through the dark, the radio whispering static that sounded almost like a voice trying to tell him something he wasn't ready to hear. He passed towns with names he couldn't pronounce, windows glowing warm in houses he'd never enter, each one a tiny universe where he didn't belong. Near midnight he pulled over by a river that moved like a sheet of black glass. He walked to the edge, the photo still in his pocket, softened by years of being held too tightly. He didn't take it out, he just stood there listening to the water and the quiet truth it carried, that some things aren't meant to be fixed, only carried differently. A breeze lifted the hem of his jacket, and for a moment he imagined someone standing beside him, breathing in the same night, seeing the same trembling reflection on the water. He closed his eyes, let the thought settle without breaking him. And when he opened them again, the world felt a little wider, like it was finally making room for whoever he was becoming.